You're on one side of the ring because the aerial battle just ended. And on the other side of the ring, you've got everybody's favorite, Roddy the Body Snatcher. You have Layla, who looks very annoyed that her birds are gone. Whole whack of zombies. And two ogres.
Echo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, Layla, being very, very upset, looks at Tenacity and says, "You've killed my pets, you vile witch."
You killed them. They went away.
"I'll have to get more now, but first I'm going to deal with you." And she pulls out a rapier, or rapier, however you want to pronounce the damn thing.
Yeah, isn't it rapier?
Yeah.
Rapier, rapier.
Sorry.
Get it. That's okay.
Je parle français, you know.
Alright.
Anyways.
The distance is going to start closing. So, this is your last chance for any instructions, any techniques. Who wants to do what?
Well, I'm just gonna pull out my axe, of course.
Yep.
I'd like to even the playing field by one.
I have a shield, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah. So pull out my axe and shield.
Mm-hmm.
I think I like to use my summon monster spell to add another body to this fight.
Okay. Let me just look the
And
wizard.
do I still have that searing smite thing, or is that we have?
Oh, you absolutely do. You've leveled up.
Okay.
So.
Oh, so we're
Okay,
level 3
so we
now?
did level up.
Yes.
Okay.
So what does searing smite do?
I thought I included that explanation. Smite.
Level 3.
Oh, that was it. Basically, it sets your axe on fire, and you deal an additional 1d6 fire damage, and ignite your target in flames.
Nice.
Where are we here? Summon monster. What kind of cool monsters do you get?
It's summon monster 1.
Yep.
So it's dog, owl, giant fire beetle, porpoise, badger, monkey. It's just a whole list of it here.
Yeah, I see it. Given that you're underground, I'm gonna say that poisonous frog, extremely unlikely to get it. Pony, extremely unlikely. Dolphin, really not happening. Eagle, really not happening. So you're pretty much left with a dire rat and a snake.
Freaking rats again!
Oh, there's gonna be lots of rats. But
I'm gonna pull a Slytherin and go with a snake.
go with the snake.
Yeah,
Yes.
get the snake and fight the rats! Dang rats!
How does that thing have an AC of 16?
That's a silly thing.
Tails.
Ooh, smite evil or good.
Let's see.
Bite,
Snake.
injury, effect 1d2. I didn't have room on my sheet for a snake.
Oh. Yeah,
That's
here's
okay.
the page right here.
No, I got it in front of me. I say I didn't actually have it on my little
Yeah,
combat list.
That's okay. I realized that too. I didn't know it was this detailed for the snake.
It isn't really. It's just I need to put it in my head so I can.
Okay.
So I'm not always flipping back and forth.
I'll keep the tab open.
Beast,
Here too.
have you ever heard the term action economy?
Action economy. This is my first time hearing that.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't heard of it either.
Theoretically, the side that takes the most turns should win.
Okay.
So adding the snake to your side is a good thing. Well, think about it. If you, I almost included two monsters that had 8 attacks per turn on the two of you. They did almost no damage. Like, these are just not nice things to do to people. So they became the ogres.
Okay.
Because I had these wonderful carrion crawlers, which are big, kind of like evil caterpillars that really, really, really want to grab you and hold you tight.
That
But
doesn't sound nice.
no, it would not have been a very nice thing to me. Why is this thing not telling me what the bloody snake's hit points are? That's what
I'm
I care.
thinking of the caterpillar from Alice in Wonderland.
Looks
No,
like it's saying,
Who are you?
looks like it's 4 HP according to this page.
yeah, I'm not really digging that because, like, one good hit from virtually anything, and
It's dissolved. Yeah.
but also the sheet that I'm looking at, I'm going to go with my sheet. 1d8 plus 1, it magically has 9 hit points.
Very well. 9 hit points, Nick. I have summoned to fight with us.
Yes. What are we going to do now? Well, I say we roll initiative. That way it makes things a little bit more official. So I have to roll a couple of them here. Let me just shut some windows down so I'm looking at the easiest screen I could possibly do.
Am I
Oh,
going
that
to
was
be...
lovely.
Yeah. So,
Am I going to be rolling for the snake as well?
yeah, you know what? Tenacity, you roll d20 twice. I'm going to let you select whether you go with the higher roll or Pinnacle goes with the higher roll. Okay.
Okay, well, I guess I'll go with the higher roll.
Okay.
Not
Sure.
very higher.
Every little bit counts, trust me.
Alright.
guess.
Oh, I need to roll as well. Yes. Well then,
Okay, so
my snake is either going to be the quickest thing here or the slowest thing here.
Yeah. well, roll for the damn thing.
I did. I rolled 2d20s as a 20 and a 1.
Oh, a 20 and a 1. Okay. What are you doing with it?
That's what I'm debating. I'll take the 20. I'll let my snake be a little slow, I guess.
That's okay. A viper doesn't really do crushing attack, but
Yeah. So
okay, so let's do Idrin.
that's pretty good.
Yeah, but he's going to be pretty distracted, so
Oh,
let's do Gundark.
Where did you get the name Gundart?
Actually, there's a really funny YouTube series called Gundar the Barbarian, and he's a barbarian, but he has a gun.
oh,
Oh, interesting. That sounds interesting.
that sounds like the perfect cult movie.
Yeah. They did a very good job. I actually think it started on like MTV or one of those places, and then like just
Sounds like
as shorts, but at the same token, it's pretty damn funny.
that sounds like the perfect place for it, actually.
Let's see. Let's do Layla. Oh, okay.
Layla's a bit slow, huh?
And Roddy's going at a 16. No, one of the ogres is going to go at 16.
Yo,
Why do they have ogres? Where did those come from?
they're part of the mob boss.
Yeah. This is an
We got
S.
2 ogres.
The zombies are going to roll as a group, unless they get something stupidly high. No, they can go at 8. And let's do Roddy.
Also an 8.
Good. Okay. So after all is said and done, here, just let me make my life easier. Tarkarian, Hydran, ogres.
Want me to make a note of the order here on R20 as well?
I'm just working it out myself.
Oh, okay.
We have a tie between Roddy and the zombies, but I think I can safely let Tenacity go next. Oh, what was Pinnacle's initiative there again?
7.
7, okay. Don't know why I didn't write that down. So we got Roddy, zombies, Pinnacle, and the snake. I remember why I don't do massive combats anymore. All right, you're closing into each other. The crowd boos when they see the snake coming to your assistance. Yeah, they're not on your side.
Yep.
Well, yeah.
That is to be expected.
So, given you're not in physical contact yet, Tarkarian, do you have anything that you would like to do from long distance?
I'd like to shoot a volley of magic missiles at the zombie group. See if I can thin them out a little, or at least make a dent.
Okay. They look pretty raggedy, so you remember you get 3 missiles in a shot.
They're D4s per.
You get a D4 plus 1.
Oh, okay. And it's 3 D4s plus 1, right?
Yes.
Let me make sure I have that formula right.
Oh, you're shooting all at the same one or at individual ones?
Oh. Yeah, I meant to have one missile hit. One zombie per missile, so maybe I should just do them separately.
No, it's an automatic hit.
Okay. Yeah. So it's. Yep. So what is it? 2 to 1, 5 to 1, and 4 to 1? Is that how this works? Or is it plus 1 only for one of them?
No, I'm just adding it in because when you put the plus 1, it just automatically rolled it up to a 9.
Okay.
Whereas, so the first, you do 2 to the first zombie, 5 to the second zombie, and 4 to the third zombie.
Okay. Yep.
You know, just for just the sake of suspense, I'm going to do Battletech rules.
What's that?
All damage is applied at the same time.
Oh.
So, I know what happened, but you don't know what happened. You definitely, I'll tell you whether you hit or you miss, but I'm not going to tell you what happened till later.
Damage on the stack, huh?
Exactly. I used to love.
I get
I used to abuse the shit out of damage on the stack, man. I was the
I know.
No, I was the master of that. I kept a copy of the fifth edition rule book with me. Like, right there, it says it's on the stack.
Oh man, now I understand this wholeheartedly. All right.
Because when it's on the stack, you can interact and do things. It made more sense with like damage prevention effects.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but everything else, it was terrible. Who's next? Oh, we got Idrin. Oh, what was his nasty little thing that he was going to do again? Oh, yes, he's going to summon something too.
Ooh.
Yes, lots of somethings. Rats.
Oh, they're gone. They're on our side now. Good.
It's. You have no idea how reassured we are to have these rats on our side for a change, Idrin.
Idrin says, wait for it.
What? Wait for what?
Wait for it. By the way, a round is about 6 seconds, so that would literally be the conversation.
Okay.
Remember, they still got to move into physical combat range, and I imagine you would want to stay back, Roddy would want to stay back, but everybody else is dumb and moving forward.
Yep. Charging right into each other.
Ah, damn, you know what? I was going to play that more suspenseful, but since Idrin got such high initiative, I couldn't.
Oh.
Well, I was just going to have the rats arrive, and you guys for a turn decide whether you're going to attack them or not, but Oh well, that's what happens. So who goes next? The ogres. Well, they're too far away to do anything because they basically have clubs in their hands. So they sit there and beat their chests and fling their clubs in the air. Oh, we're gonna kill and eat some tiefling and gnome.
I smell the blood of a wizard gnome. I don't know. So the ogres are drumming up some morale.
Yes.
So no.
So may the words-
And
I had to make a Shrek reference. I'm sorry.
that's
Sure.
okay. And then Tenacity, it would be your turn.
All right. So I'm still not within range of hitting Layla yet, right?
No, I'm going to give you guys 2 turns before you actually come within 5 feet of each other.
Okay. Can I just like prepare Searing Smite during this turn, or do I need to? Or
No, Searing Smite is it's a natural ability for you.
okay.
So you just need to do like Fantastic Four, Flame on, it's on.
Oh, nice.
Except your movie won't stink.
Yeah.
Okay, we come to Roddy. And what bullshit did I have him doing? Nope, not there. There. Oh! That's what I had him doing. He mumbles some words in a language you don't understand, and all of a sudden his body starts to glow.
Oh, oh.
Then we have the zombies, and their surprise tactic is they're going to walk forward very slowly. Ooh, scary.
Super scary. How could they?
Then we got Pinnacle. What are... Oh, yeah, he didn't roll for Stormbind. Well, I am now.
Fine.
You know what? That actually works.
Wait, which one is the owl?
Stormbind is the owl.
Okay, and what Gundark was? Oh yeah. Okay.
He's the dwarf who took my ruby.
I'm sorry. Why did I get those mixed up?
It's okay. Just kind of getting into character there a minute.
You better pray Idrin doesn't translate that for Stormbind.
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm still learning the names. I just met him like a few hours ago.
ooh.
Oh. Here, I'll put... Gundark actually does work there, and the snake still works last. Okay. Where the hell were we? Okay, so what are we doing with
Pinnacle.
what are we doing with Pinnacle?
So Pinnacle just finished attacking the birds, right? So
Yes, but this is another round, so
yeah, probably gonna start flying down towards Layla because obviously Pinnacle would hate Layla.
yep. I'll say next turn he gets there.
Okay.
Charging in.
Stormbind owls don't really move anywhere as fast as falcons, but they have the advantage of silent flight. So he's going to go after... Well, no, he won't make it to the zombies, but he's going to position for... You know those nice swooping attacks that they do? Anyone there? Is this thing on?
I'm still here.
Okay.
We're here. Sorry. Yep.
He'll
I didn't know
position...
you were talking to us.
Yeah. He'll do one of those nice swooping attacks. Well, he'll set himself up for it on one of the zombies. And Gundark readies a bow and arrow. And there's so many people for him to... well, you know what? He knows who pisses him off. He hits your sister.
Yay!
Whoa. Nice shot.
And that hurt her.
Yay! Nice
Jeez.
shot, Gundark. Nice shot, my friend.
You have a bit of aim on you. Who knew?
I just want to be one of your new best friends.
Well, that's certainly a way to start.
Indeed.
Okay, and then with that, we have the snake, who I guess is going to slither.
Yep. Just slithering
What
along
kind
the
of snake
ground.
is it? Is it like a python?
Viper.
Is
It's
it
like it's a viper.
okay.
It's a small viper.
Vipers can be all sorts of sizes.
Yeah.
I think if I'm right, a cobra is technically a viper, and a king cobra is pretty scary.
Oh yeah. Yeesh.
Why'd it have to be snakes?
I wonder if you could eventually get Titanoboas if you're high level enough.
I
Probably
just
not.
realized they're technically a snake cult, so they shouldn't really be booing the snake. So they boo you, and then when you summon a snake, they kind of go quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, shut him up. I don't know.
Okay,
Like-
so turn 2. One more turn till you're in range. You know what? Let's make this really simple. Anything with a range attack can go. So Tarkir, fire away.
All right. I'll just.
Oh, sorry. And last turn, 3 zombies drop dead. Again.
Okay. They just crumble.
Yes.
So now that we're higher level, are these spells only a one-time use per day thing? That
Yes.
we're doing? Okay. So I use that. I'll just.
Okay, so he got the zombies.
Well, 3 of them.
I knocked down
there's-
three
Oh.
Do
zombies.
3. There's still 5.
Okay, so there were 8 zombies.
Yep.
What kind of
Well-
zombies are they? Are they human zombies? Are they?
They're human zombies, but they're pretty decayed.
Okay.
Yep.
I was just curious because I was thinking like zombies could be any magical creature in this world.
Yes, they can.
Yeah.
The rules actually you have to build a zombie, you have to build a vampire. The earlier rules were this is a zombie, and now it's like anything can be a zombie. This is the template to put on top of them.
Oh, no
Oh
kidding.
man.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
there is such thing as a Dracolich. Half dragon, half lich. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think I don't think I hate you guys enough to do that to you.
You're too kind. Well, I guess I want to continue thinning out the zombies, so I'm gonna fire a disrupt undead on another one of them.
Does disrupt undead only hit 1?
I think so. Yes.
No,
Maybe.
I don't believe you because you're giving them you direct a ray of positive energy. So you say, "I believe in you, Mr. Zombie."
I just wear my heart on my sleeve for a minute.
Freaking beam full of all rainbows and butterflies and unicorns.
Or I can just pull a Steven Universe and shoot a pink ray at them.
So you're going to do 1d6 damage.
Yep. A ray of light. Oh shoot. Am I on the right page here? Yep. Owie. That's a bummer.
And somewhere off you hear a voice, "Friendship." Friendship?
Shao.
Yes.
Why do I feel like we have an ancient warlord in the crowd?
Okay. So Idrin summons a second swarm of rats.
Oh, rats.
Yeah, he ain't playing.
Oh man. Hate to get on your bad side.
Now that the ogres are done doing their team building exercise of pumping each other up, they start to move forward, but since they're giant, quite literally, they move pretty fast.
Oh.
So they kind of collide with the rats, and the rats decide to climb all over them.
Ooh.
You go, little vermin.
And next turn, the second set of rats are going to jump on him. So,
Well,
where was I? Ah, Tenacity. Please,
Yes.
please introduce yourself to the kind young lady, because next turn you're going to be able to come to blows.
I'm trying to think of something to say.
You have a present for her.
I am Tenacity Kaisarian. You hurt my falcon. Prepare to die.
Remember,
I don't know. I don't
you
know.
might want to give her a hand.
Oh yeah. By the way, this is for you. Just throw it in her face.
You know what? What the hell? Roll 1d20, see if you hit. I'll give you a point of damage if you hit.
Probably not.
You don't hit, but your sister seems slightly alarmed when it goes by, and she says, "Good thing she worked cheap."
You really have low standards. Ah,
And we're suddenly missing Tenacity.
then
What was Roddy's other cool move?
oh, Roddy. What's
He
so,
goes after Idrin with a ray of frost.
Hoo-hoo.
So, let's see. 1c20. Ooh, that. Why can't I find his armor class? Oh yes, there it is. I did do the calculation. He just misses.
It's a pretty close call. Still with us
Yep.
there, Liz?
I do not believe she is, because she's out of D20.
Yeah, I saw
Like-
she blipped out a D20. I just wonder if she's still here in the call.
Yeah, but the lights are on, but nobody's home for lack of better.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh, no worries.
Oh.
Everything all right there.
My computer quit on me.
Ooh.
That's a shame. The zombies all got a hold of you. Your ogres tore you apart, and Idrin's trying to get you resurrected.
Yeesh, it was not a good set of rolls, I'm afraid.
Nah, your turn just happened. Roddy shot some ice at Idrin, and Idrin ducked, for lack of better. The zombies are moving forward slowly. And then we have Pinnacle's turn.
All right, so is Pinnacle going to reach Layla at this point?
Oh, yes.
Okay. So probably just slash her face.
Roll me a 1d20.
Oh, I am not on roll 20 right now. Hang on a moment.
Come
Sorry,
on.
it seems like it didn't pull up roll 20 when I came back here.
You're on the
No
clock.
problem.
Sorry.
I'll just watch Ants in My Eyes Johnson while you come back. Still one of the best skits from Interdimensional Cable.
Why are you watching that?
I was watching. Well, I'm thinking about watching the new Rick and Morty episode later.
Ah, cool.
Come on, I've got SCP-2966 by the Volgun ready to go. Yeah, that hits. And it's not a natural 20, but with the talons, I'll give you a 1d6 on the damage.
Oh.
I
Oh
was
well.
afraid.
Well, that's something.
Well, she doesn't look as good as she used to, and she was kind of ugly to begin with.
She has a scar across her face now, or a small.
An additional one.
Yep.
You guys have to understand my handwriting is pretty bad.
No worries.
And literally, I was just trying.
Read my own writing.
Well, no, because I was writing 5 plus 1, and then I put the plus beside it,
Uh,
because just to keep track of the damage. And the way I did it, the 5 plus 1 looks like SH, and it's got a T after it. So her hit points are shit.
oh, that's perfect. And we just scratched the shit. Grimes, thank you very much. There, I
Okay.
finished it.
Who that was next? Where was I? Oh, it was Tenacity. No.
You just got Pinnacle. Because Pinnacle just
Okay, yeah.
slashed Layla in the face.
So that leaves Stormbind to do some damage. Okay, he hits a zombie.
4. Owie.
And where are we going to go from here? Oh, Gundark. He does not like your sister either. But he manages to avoid hitting you.
Well,
Lastly, we get the snake. It's
eh,
kind of too far away to do anything because it's a little snake.
ah,
So
Slitheron, little viper.
now we're going to get into the third round, which is hand to hand. You guys can start doing anything you want.
Alright.
Tarkarian, I'd suggest that you stay a little back. Let the snake and the rats take the damage, and you do
Yep.
smart things.
Yep. And I actually had a contingency in case they get too close. Let's see. For some reason, I'm getting. I'd like to cast some mage armor and give myself a little more defense, just in
Yep.
case they get too close. It'll
Power
give-
up.
that'll
Oh
give
yeah,
plus
I
4 to
forgot.
my
Two
armor.
two zombies drop last round. One
So
one
now
to one to your friendship and one to Stormbind.
Oh, friendship. So now we're down to 3 zombies.
Yes.
All right, and I'm gonna cast mage armor and give myself plus 4 to my armor.
Yep.
So now my armor's at 15.
Yep.
Gotta keep myself protected.
Idrin is standing back just a little bit from Roddy. Yeah, that definitely causes problems for the little jerk. What did it say? Son? Oh, yeah. It's not a natural 20, but it just negated everything else that he had. Well, wait. So he takes 30 points of damage.
Roddy,
Roddy
or
or?
Yeah, Roddy takes 30 points of damage.
Okay.
A nice-
that
nice
would be
big-
bad for Idrin.
A nice big whack of fire to his face.
good shot. Well,
Um,
I guess we'll see what happens when the damage actually resolves.
Who's next on this? Oh, yes, the 3 remaining zombies. Unfortunately, Tenacity, you're forward of the fight. So they're all going to waddle towards you, but since they're so slow, they're kind of coming up behind your sister because she was intent on you. So she was more running and they were walking. So we'll deal with them next round.
All right.
So then we got Pinnacle.
Okay, so would Pinnacle be able to come back and attack Layla again, or?
I've seen how fast fast hawks and falcons can turn around and attack something. So yes.
Okay, so I think he'll just try and slash like her head,
Hmm.
or maybe just grab at her hair.
He just wants to hurt her.
Yeah.
Yep.
He would hate her. I'm just saying, he would hate her.
Yes. Nope.
He would. Pinnacle has every reason for vengeance here.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
You had better get another one of those candles.
That, I can agree with that.
Go put a GoFundMe and we will all contribute.
The unfortunate thing is that my mom got this candle like all the way in I forget what it's called, like lavender capital of the world, Squim. So it's like hours away.
Okay.
Anyways.
So give me a 1d6 to your sister.
It's the same as last time, but whatever. It's some damage.
Yep. Every little bit helps.
Every number has its meaning.
So Stormbind is going to try to down another zombie while they're away. That's a hit. God, your Air Force is efficient. Gundark, because he knows that apparently hitting your sister is a good thing. Just hits.
Try some lavender incense next time. If the
Alright.
candle,
And-
if the candle finishes, because it's the same smell.
Sure.
And let me know what the snake is doing.
Let's see. So, yeah, the snake. I'm gonna have the snake help out with the. Wait, you said the zombies were behind Layla, huh?
Yeah.
So I can't deal with them. So that means Layla and Roddy are closer to us, or is
Yes.
Layla closer and Roddy's farther back?
Roddy's a little bit back, like, because you got two spellcasters going at it.
Right. Well, maybe I'll just have the snake go for the closest target, which is Layla in this case.
Hmm.
Just try and nip her in the ankle or something. Anything to get some more damage in here. So, shoot, how's that work for rolling for the snake?
It rolls a 1d20 to hit. Then it's
1d20.
1d4 damage.
Okay. Shoot, let me get the right tab open here.
That unfortunately misses.
Yep.
But that's okay, because we're going to go to the next round.
Yep.
Oh, actually, no, let me clean up the battlefield a little. So we're down to 2 zombies. Layla's looking pretty messed up. Roddy is looking really upset. And Roddy does his usual trick. Says, I got paid in advance. See you later. And steps through his
Smell you
dimension door.
later.
I don't think he'd do that.
I'm sorry.
No.
It's a reference you have to make.
Being around dead bodies all the time, I don't think his sense of smell is very good.
See,
And your sister sees him disappear and calls him, "You coward!"
Oh, you vey. Poofs away again.
Oh yeah, we're saving him for later. Okay, next round.
Alright.
Tarkarian, kick us off again. 2 zombies. You got Layla, who is... If you want the truth, she's taken a total of 11 points of damage.
Yep.
So that wouldn't even drop you.
I think I'd like to turn my attention to Layla for this next attack. I am going to try. Let's try burning hands here. Get a little fiery with this.
Hmm.
Are we close enough for that or no?
Oh, yes, you're definitely close for it. Roll your d20 to hit.
Alright. I have lots of stuff open here. Let me see.
That's a hit, thank God.
So
What is-
now I roll one.
Isn't it 2d4? Or am I confusing it? No, it's first level, it's 1d4.
Yep, it's 1d4. Shoot, I keep forgetting to do that other thing. That's fine. It's a 4.
Yep. Um. Adrian's going to say that you have the situation well under control. And what kind of a fun thing is he going to do to the ogres? Oh. Almost forgot. He pulls out his blade. It goes on fire, and he goes after one of the ogres. And he hits. So, let me see. So 18 points of damage on the ogre. Ooh, that really hurt it. Well, it's a flame blade, which it's just a regular magic blade, but he made it go on fire. So it's two separate rolls.
Nice.
Okay, now because there are rats going up and down the ogres, they have to make a check to see if they can ever either do anything because they're really distracted. First ogre cannot do anything. Second ogre cannot do anything. So we're on to Tenacity.
All right. So does Layla have a shield? I don't think she does, right?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll just throw up my shield first because she's probably gonna throw the rapier at me. So I'll just defend myself first.
Okay, so what that's called is it's holding an attack. If you have initiative above somebody else, you can say, no, I'm waiting for them to go and then I'll take my turn.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what you're doing. Yeah, we could do that. And the zombies. They like you, Tenacity. They want to give you a big hug. That one misses.
Oh, it's a good thing I have my shield up.
Oh, that one falls down.
Oh.
Yeah, I can enforce critical fails on the NPCs. I said I wouldn't do it to you.
Oh. So that's what happens.
Yeah.
So if it's a 1, it's a critical fail
Yeah.
in that regard. Okay.
But like I said, I just don't like doing that to characters because you invest time and effort in the characters. Meanwhile, I'm like, that monster looks pretty.
Fair enough.
What's Pinnacle doing? More of the same?
Same. Just try and come back down and slash Layla's face.
Yep, let's see it happen.
Oh, this time didn't do so well.
Well, probably because she's so concentrated on you, she's just charging blindly forward, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Stormbind, just hits a zombie, and then after that we are going to go to Gundark. By the way, you notice something strange. The audience is actually starting to cheer for you.
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Getting a little bit of morale boost here.
That's 4. She's looking pretty miserable.
Oof.
As for her, She, of course, swings at you with her rapier, cursing and muttering the entire time. But she misses. So that's your attack now, Tenacity.
All right. So I strike at her with my axe, and I have Searing Smite as well, right?
Yep.
Oh. Well, that's lovely.
I didn't see that. Roll it again.
Okay.
You know, fortunately, with my Palpatine eyes right now, I can say that and you would be convinced. So, that's with your bonuses, that's going to hit. Remember always to give me your bonuses.
Yeah, what was the bonus on Searing Smite again? I didn't write that down.
I don't remember if it actually has a bonus, but your axe has a +1 to it.
Okay. Yeah. +1,
So-
and then
okay,
that's
so-
15.
So you're going to roll
And
your
then-
damage for the axe, and 1d6 for additional fire damage, and then
1d6, and the damage for the axe, what is that?
so 1d8 or 1d12.
I don't see anything written on here.
We'll go with 1d8
Okay.
slashing. So 6, 7, and fire. We'll calculate fire in a little bit.
Okay.
The snake. Get one zombie, two very upset ogres, and somebody on fire that I don't think the snake would want to get involved in.
Agree. I'm gonna have the snake go for the last zombie.
Okay. So roll them.
1d20 to hit, correct?
Yeah. That's a hit.
And it's 1d4 for, for the little snake.
Yeah, because I'm not going to bother counting the poison.
Sure.
Okay, so clean up on the field. There's no zombies left. One ogre is looking really terrible. The other ogre is looking fine, although they're both very distracted. Layla looks like a barbecue. And so we're back over to Tarkarian.
Okay. Maybe I shoot. There's one thing I want to try and.
Did I lose connection again or something?
Hello?
No.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
I can hear you too. Can you hear me? Oh, boy.
Hello?
Hello? Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I hear you just fine. I hear Tenacity. Moth, can you hear us? Oh, is it Moth's turn? Is it Moth's turn? Go through the frets. So yeah, I want to just give me a chance.
Good afternoon, everyone.
See.
My name is Dr.
Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-2966. Object class, Keter.
Containment procedure.
Oh, you know.
There we
Right
go.
This round. There you are, Moth.
SCP-2966.
Yeah, I have no idea
to be
why,
contained
but
at-
just suddenly my mic went dead.
That'll happen.
And this is
Well-
way louder because I switched ports. Because I guess that port is overused. And now you're like really loud.
Oh,
There we go. So, did you? Oh, for crap's sake! Did you guys
actually-
get the clear up or?
I got the, yeah, I think one of the zombies was dead.
Yep.
there's
One
no.
of the ogres isn't
Oh, yeah.
looking that great.
Yes.
But the other one is looking okay.
Yep.
The other one is okay, but it's still very distracted.
And
Okay,
your
that's what I remember.
and your sister
and
looks
then-
like a barbecue.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's. I actually want to see if I can do something about that, about the okay-looking ogre. I want to see if I can put it to sleep.
You got another
Well, that-
friendship spell?
Yeah, I chose sleep.
Mm.
What I don't get is the description for it. It says like puts 4 HD of creatures into magical slumber.
Hit dice. So
Oh, hit.
you know how you are level 3, so you got to roll 3 hit dice theoretically to get your hit points, even though I said, yeah, just take the maximum amount.
Oh, okay.
It's the same thing with a creature. And ogres are just enough to take it, but the problem is sleep is one of those weird ones. What does it say? 3 hit dice or 4 hit dice?
4 hit dice.
Okay, so you roll 4d4, or is it 4d6?
Doesn't say here. It just says 4 HD. Actually, let me click on that. 4 hit dice of creatures. Creatures with the fewest HD are affected first.
Let me put it this way. I'm pretty darn sure it's going to work.
If it hits.
No,
Yep.
if-
Okay.
If it hits, it works.
Okay. So let's see.
Because I think an ogre is a 3 hit dice or a 4 hit dice creature. So if you're rolling 4 dice, you're going to wind up hitting.
Okay. So it's 4 d4s.
Yeah, 4d4s.
Okay. Time for some night. So a 3, a 2, a 3, and a 2.
So that would put 10 hit dice of monsters asleep. And there's technically it is an AoE.
Oh, okay. They have to be close enough in order for it to work, right?
Yeah, but the 2 ogres are effectively close enough in my opinion.
I think so too. That's why I wanted to try it.
Yeah. So they go to sleep, but the rats are still carrying on.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Man.
the ogres are effectively out of combat.
Now it's just
Tenacity, what would you like to do?
Okay, so I already hit her once.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just hit her again with the axe.
Roll away. That is,
Okay, and then that would be with the plus 1.
yeah,
And I see like a +3 attack damage.
yeah, +3 to attack and to damage. So you've got a 13 plus your strength is a 14,
Okay.
which does hit her. So give me a D8 and a D6.
Okay. And a D6.
Mhm. And roll another D6 for the fire.
Oh.
Okay. Anybody else want to kick her while she's down? Because you don't really have.
Explode in a giant fireball. Pfft.
Oh, I was picturing where I'm melting. What a world! What a world!
You know what? I'd be okay with seeing that.
And then she just turns into a pile of ashes, and I just kick the ashes or spit or just step on them.
Just do a Rick and Morty thing like class dismissed. Jeez.
Yes. Unfortunately, the ogres are being eaten alive by the rats and the snake.
Well, that's horrifying.
Sleep tight, you big lugs.
And you hear that gentle clap coming from the crowd.
Oh,
Wow.
look. I glance at the crowd, kind of curious as to who's doing it. Unless it's
It's
just.
it's spreading.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those, where theatrical
Oh, okay.
claps where one of them starts clapping and then everybody
Yep.
starts clapping.
Right. I kind of thought so. Like the Citizen Kane thing.
Yeah.
Alright.
So the Grand Vizier is laughing to himself while he's drinking his goblet.
With the human hand in it.
Well, it's just bones at the moment because he was quite entertained.
Are you not entertained?
And I'm sorry, I just have to say this. When you described the Vizier as a bit of an obese snake person, I just can't help but think of Jabba the Hutt.
That's close enough.
Han Solo. Oh. I don't know. But
By,
yeah.
by the way, did anybody take any damage in this combat?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. We were
Liz,
no.
get another
nothing came
candle.
from Tarkarian.
Get another candle. I don't care.
Nothing came for
I'll have to
Tarkarian.
see
man.
if they could deliver or something.
I admit
Yeah.
I pulled a couple punches with you guys by making the zombies pushovers, but
Yeah. I know not to underestimate those mobs though, so that's why I went for them first.
I'm glad I made that last minute decision to make them pushovers because otherwise nasty things could have happened.
Oh, I bet.
So, Tenacity, how do you feel after killing your first sister?
They're just going nuts. Yeah.
Well, looks like we have some sort of cathartic event here. That was rather exhilarating.
Oh, after all the combats, I was so scared of that. I had all these things in my head. It's like, this is how I save them. This is how I set something up a while ago to save you just in case, but it's just like, oh, good, they're winning.
Yeah.
I don't have
really
to.
specify when I'm speaking as a character too, huh?
I found another version of the candle.
Okay.
It could be delivered. So
Let
there
her-
you go.
Keep those good vibes coming. You're doing us a lot of good here.
Yep. I was so scared when I put this. Maybe I should have thrown the carrion crawlers at you. No, I'm kidding. When they have 8 attacks each,
Ooh.
yeah, would have gotten stupid
This-
really quick.
So this
I think I'll still try with the incense and see how that works though, because it would take a bit to get it over here.
Yeah, because I imagine we're going to be pretty roleplay heavy for the next little bit. 'Cause
Okay.
since I expected you to take a lot more damage. The Grand Vizier is very impressed with you, and as he's clapping, he says, "Very well done, very amusing. It is not often we are so impressed by outsiders. I would bid you to join me on my pedestal."
very well. We
I
shall
suppose so.
we shall accommodate that.
Oh, I see you're nervous. You will not be harmed. You look far too sinewy for my tastes.
I give. So I give.
Just like
I-
I just like mutter this to Tarkarian.
I'm just kind of giving my pets, my snake familiar, a little comfort pet before I start going up. I'm petting my snake familiar for good luck here.
That's technically not a familiar, but
Oh, right, it's just a.
yes,
How
just
long
a
does that
monster.
last?
I think that's just for the fight, isn't it?
it pretty much is. Like, I think it's an hour duration, so
Okay.
I can look them up. But yeah, you can summon things to fight with you anytime you'd like, but keeping them to stay around is harder.
Yeah.
Although
I don't know if
you
it's.
you can
I don't know if it's dissolved yet or not.
you could always talk to it and ask if it'll hang around.
Yep.
Remember, that's an
Yeah.
ability you haven't used in a bit.
that's right. I think I'll use it on my. I think I'll use it on my new snake buddy here. Well, well, you certainly helped us win this fight. Would you like to stick around for the for the after event?
Oh God, now I'm gonna have to rewrite the plot.
Oh,
No, it's funnier this way.
okay. Oh, right.
Oh,
I just,
do you guys read my notes when I'm not looking or something?
I just,
Oh, that's funny as you know what?
I just.
I'm gonna allow it just for amusement. I was gonna make a roll. I'm just like,
Uh,
nah, it happens.
I just realized the irony here.
Oh,
Well,
well, snakes and rats killing ogres together.
yeah, that is something, isn't it?
There's something you don't see every day.
Yeah, and it was just one little snake versus two hordes of rats. And those ogres didn't even get to do anything. They became cathartic for some reason.
Yeah,
Can't imagine why.
I seriously should have not wasted around with them congratulating each other, but oh well. Give me just a second, because I need to refill my water and then describe what the Grand Vizier is doing.
Okay,
Hold on.
I'll be right back too.
sounds good.
I'm not going yet. And I'm back.
Welcome back.
Why, thank you.
All right.
So, you're walking up to join the Grand Vizier, and your snake, who needs a name, whispers, "Don't let him take me."
Don't worry, you're safe with us.
The Grand Vizier, like you said, the Jabba the Hutt looking thing, looks upon you and says, "Well done, well done. We are looking for people like you to join us."
Join me.
Well,
To what
What?
extent?
your sister's departure has left a vacancy in my ranks. I would love to see it filled by people as creative as you.
And what are you exactly doing?
Well, if I am to be 100% honest, Layla was about to carry out a mission for me, a little delivery down south.
Down
What?
south, as in the
Oh, s-
mountain?
It's just a small package that you need to hand off to the orcs of the Doom Mountains. They'll know what to do with it from there.
Oh, the Duke
Ah.
Mountains.
The mountains.
And it's just one package.
Well, Gundark, you said you had business in the Doom Mountains, didn't you?
Gundark says, "Yes, I do. I must get a shipment of mithril."
Well, I
Perhaps
suppose
we-
then we'd be heading there anyways.
Yeah. Perhaps we could work something out on that front.
Oh, I understand. I understand. It's always payment up front with people like you. Step forward for a second.
How much are we talking about here as we approach?
Gold has no meaning to us. I have gifts for you. For example, young lady, step forward.
All right.
He hands you a pretty big shield.
Oh. Oh, this is lovely. Thank you.
And it's weighted in such a way that you can do your bashing attacks.
Oh.
It's also
Yes.
up. It's also a +2, so your armor class is going to go to 17.
All right.
You know, the more powerful I make you, the more successful you are. It just encourages me to throw bigger monsters at you. And for you, young gnome, I have this belt for you.
Oh. A belt? Let's see what I can do
Well,
with this.
that old robe looks like it needs some support, to be honest.
Oh.
So
Oh,
this
that's really gonna help.
this will help take care of your friends on this journey.
Okay. I very much appreciate that.
So
It's like a
You can-
utility belt of
no,
sorts.
no, you can feel there's magic on it, but you'd have to put it on to know any more.
Oh, okay.
Are you putting it on? What are you doing?
Yep, I'm gonna put it on.
Okay. You feel a warm glow in your heart, and
Oh.
in the fight, well, friendship. But
Yeah, exactly.
you suddenly notice that you've had a couple cuts and scrapes because, weren't exactly gentle throwing you in the prison cell. And
Yep.
they all of a sudden are all healed.
Oh.
And I was going to have this wonderful moment here where you're going to reach out to Tenacity and all of her injuries would be healed, but I can't do that now because you guys were too good in the fight. But yeah,
Perhaps I could do it to my snake. I don't know.
your snake didn't get hurt.
Oh yeah.
Nothing got hurt.
Nobody got
Scales,
hurt.
Scales didn't get hurt either. I'm calling him Scales for
Yes.
now.
So, yeah, it was such a heartwarming moment I had planned, and you ruined it by not getting hurt.
We ruined it by actually being good fighters. Oh, the humanity. Yeah.
How dare you not get hurt and ruin my storytelling?
Shut up, I got dragons around here.
Oh, lovely.
He
Well, Tarkarian.
he looks on.
Sorry.
Sorry. Go ahead and say your piece.
I was just gonna make a little remark before we got back into this. Since I named my gnome Tarkarian, he'd have a particular interest in dragons.
Hmm.
But yeah, go on.
He looks at Gundark, and he holds him a bag, and he says, "Even this, I fear, might not contain your rapacious appetite." And Gundark takes it, opens it, his eyes bug wide open, and he says, "Thank you, thank you."
Ooh. What kind of stuff did you get? Got yourself some rations?
I don't know. It's too deep.
Too deep. What are you?
Is that a bag of holding?
Uh-huh.
Ooh, cool.
And he hasn't really had time to go through it yet, so.
Oh.
Mostly because I was having a difficult enough time writing this part. So, yeah, it's a bag of holding. There might be something in there. And he looks at Idrin and says, "I have this for you," and has a crystal in his hand. Idrin refuses it politely. "I'm sorry, Grand Vizier, but my vows forbid me from material wealth."
Oh.
The Grand Vizier says, "Very well. I have other people that would love to have this." He puts it away and reaches under his throne and pulls out a little cage that seems to be extra strong. And inside it, you see a mouse.
Oh.
Oh, is this for Pinnacle?
Oh,
Or who is this for?
This
Scales.
this mouse
Easy now.
this mouse is what you must deliver to the orcs
Ah.
of the Doom
I had the
range.
completely wrong idea.
Oh.
But I warn you,
Orcs.
you must make sure that the mouse is properly taken care of. No harm can come to it.
You're saying that to Pinnacle.
Also, please note, he does not eat cheese. He rather prefers the taste of flesh. Doesn't matter what kind.
This is a very
Okay.
peculiar mouse.
Well, the reason that we're sending him back down to the Doom Range is even our snakes will not eat him.
Scales. Are you okay there, buddy?
Seems like a very special mouse then.
Scales isn't sure what to do, just says, eat later.
Oh.
Sorry to do the stupid barbarian voice with animals, but I don't think they're very big on grammar.
Nah, that's fine. It works fine for me. I was thinking maybe something like.
Is
I'll be
Tarkarian able to speak
later.
to the snake because he's using his power thing?
Yes,
Yeah,
so
Okay.
I'm using my animal speak.
and I'm gonna try to figure out a way to make that permanent without like giving you some sort of amulet or something. Because
Okay.
there must be a way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, there is. I can just simply say you can talk to it, but I want to make it make sense in the plot. So
Yeah.
Because-
makes sense.
I'm good with that.
because I wasn't expecting you to get a pet today, but I love where this is going. Where you've got a snake, you've got a hawk, you've got an owl, and you've
I
got
thought the snake was only gonna last for an hour.
no. I think it's more fun to have the snake involved in this. So
Okay.
I've already,
Because it just
I've already waved my hands and snapped my fingers like Q one time. So
All right, Scales. I guess you're with us now.
yeah,
Sure.
and
I'll take good care of Scales.
and you also got Gundark, who happens to like eating mice.
Oi. That's gonna be the complication. So now we're definitely gonna have to go with them. Just in case.
Now, as you have earned your freedom and now have a task, would you like to go now?
I suppose so.
Just as a final note, while this little mouse doesn't have to be there on any particular day, we sometimes have problems with our messengers, so no rush, but the sooner the better. After all,
Very well.
I'd hate to see you back in the ring. Didn't even
Ah.
Right.
I didn't even get enough blood out of this match to fill my cup.
Yeah, sorry about that, but
I'm hoping the carnage from the ogres
he
can
deserved to burn.
a little. Hopefully our rats and Scales here left enough blood on those ogres to at least satisfy you for the day. It's
Gundark
there's
said,
like nothing,
oh, sorry, go ahead.
there's like nothing but bones left for the ogres, isn't there?
Gundark and Idrin both know the way out.
Alright, so we'll just follow the elf then.
Follow the elf and the dwarf.
Yep.
Or
Oh, okay, so Gundark knows the way out too.
Yes.
Alright.
Oh shoot! I just had a funny correlation. Are they gonna end up becoming like Legolas and what's his name?
no, I went out of my way to make sure that doesn't happen.
Never thought I'd die fighting side by side with a dwarf. How about side by side with a friend? Aye, that I can do. I still
Still
love that
only count
deleted
as
scene
one.
where they were drinking and stuff, and Legolas didn't feel a thing.
Yeah.
Oh well,
Uh.
it was just a thought I had, so that's why I asked. So that's fine.
No, like I said, that was me jumping in ahead of time, just saying, no, we're not doing that.
Okay,
Because
So
that's
it was
cliche.
just
that's me having to do all that role playing.
sure.
This is why I think now that you guys are settling into it and we're starting to get a flow of the campaign, I think I'm open to adding a third and a fourth person.
Yeah, saw you mentioning
Yeah.
mentioning that earlier.
But I haven't decided how I'm going to do it. I do have a friend that lives out west, and
Okay.
she would be up for this, but I don't know her schedule exactly.
Okay.
By schedule, I mean she's in the same time zone as you, but yeah, she's ex-military. She works as a security guard at a construction place, and I never really know what time that she's off because, yeah, I'm not good at
Sounds
doing
like something you would do at night.
yeah. Well, no, it's just I always forget that you guys are three hours different. Like sometimes it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, and I see you guys online, and what the hell are they doing? Oh yeah,
What are you doing online at 2 o'clock in the morning, sir?
This is the age. This is the age of. Oh shoot, I was gonna say age of Aquarius, but this is the age of digital communications, I guess.
of Aquarius Digital Communications. Ooh, that sounds like a
Of
that sounds like a
information?
Ooh.
that sounds like a good bad guy corporation in a movie.
Aquarius Digital Communications Inc.
Team
ABC.
Aquarius, freaking Pokemon team.
Aqua.
Oh yeah, there's Aqua. Was Aqua an Emerald? Or was Aqua a team? I don't know. I don't really
Yes.
know Pokemon. My parents
was-
didn't let me play Pokemon growing up.
It was Team Magma and Team Aqua for Ruby and Sapphire. Yeah.
Okay.
The only reason I know
Emerald too. It was Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald because I played Emerald.
Gotcha.
That's like the only Pokemon game I've actually played.
Sure. What were we saying, Ma?
I've never actually played Pokemon, but Lowbrow Productions does so many parodies of them. I know the basic plot and everything behind it.
As far as the show. Yeah.
But yeah, my parents just didn't let me do anything Pokemon growing up. I think my dad was afraid I'd get the gimmies about all the Pokemon merch.
Ah, I see.
No, because Lowbrow does this. I think what like they do all these series all over like Sonic the Hedgehog. They make fun of left, right, and center. But with Pokemon, they like real mobsters take over one of the Pokemon. What's the one that the main character is always fighting? Team Rocket, I think.
That's Team
Yeah.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they show why use a Pokemon when you can use a gun?
Yep.
Instead of, here, I'll demonstrate. Meowth, I choose you. Blam.
Strange. There actually was an
Poor
episode in
Meowth.
the original season where they had guns, but that was like one of the controversial episodes.
Yeah, this is the same show that gave people seizures. So,
Yep.
but I can't.
Well, that was kind of a rumor.
No, it is
It was
real.
an actual episode.
Yeah,
It was just in Japan.
yeah.
It never aired here in America for that reason.
But I mean,
Just thought
This-
that was a rumor. I just
Nope.
I thought it was overblown. I mean,
no, there are clips of it available online. And when I watched, I'm like, the cartoons I grew up with, like were done by people on psychedelics. So I'm used to worse. I understand. I don't want this in the modern day. Yes, take it off the air. Because if I'm a parent, I don't want my child having a seizure in front of me. So I understand. Let's be safe. But I'm like, gee, Star Blazers was changing the background every 2 seconds.
Maybe
G-Force, one of their powers was to create a tornado a fiery phoenix that would flash all over the place and like kill all the enemies and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is trippy, but it's nothing compared to what I've seen.
Yeah. It's like I can certainly understand how it would cause seizures for people. I personally wasn't as affected by it when I saw it, but I know what you mean. But
Anyways, let's get you out of here because we have other things to conclude. And you can always come back here.
Oh yeah, this is a revisitable place.
Pretty much everywhere is.
Okay.
That's why I have a book off to my left-hand side here with everywhere you've been and the basic plans and the basic people behind it.
Sure.
So, the way out is through the fishing cave. But the good news is you don't need to go fishing. No, you don't need to go fishing.
I was immediately like, oh gosh. Are we gonna get bitten by eels again?
You won't have to deal with new eels for a while.
Yes. Idrin uses his hand and a hovercraft comes forward and takes you across to the other side of the pond.
Fancy.
And he fills with eels.
My hovercraft is full. Oh, that's why you did that. This
Hovercraft is full of eels.
entire time I'm just imagining scales kind of coiled around my arm or something. Just kind of comfortable.
Yeah, people at first think he's a tattoo and then he comes alive and gets them.
You know what? I'd be okay with having that. Having
Or
some
maybe
levity moments like
people
that.
think like he's a bracelet or something.
Yeah.
A piece of jewelry. That would probably make more sense than a tattoo.
Yeah, work on it. It was just an idea I was throwing out there. There is tattoo-based magic, but I don't.
Oh, yeah.
I don't like the way D&D does it. I like the way that Palladium does it. And I'm not translating Palladium to D&D
Oh, Palladium.
Is that another RPG
system.
Yeah.
Yes, I generally prefer it because they've done everything from like, swords and sorcery stuff to like rift worlds where you're going to alternate dimensions and see super high advanced technology, and even the Cosmo Knights and the Fallen Cosmo Knights, which would kick a Jedi's ass any day of the week. They could put Darth Vader over their laps and spank him, and there was indeed nothing he could do about it. But yeah, that's why I prefer it. But more people know D&D, so if we're at my house, it would be easier. I can say, here's the rules. This is what you need to learn. I have the rule books actually bookmarked in such a fashion that within 5 minutes you can read it and know the rules. The combat's a little weird because you have three actions per round at minimum. But the weird thing is, those are straight attacks, and you can take an attack from your next round and use it to dodge an attack this round.
Okay.
Or you can save an attack from this round, thinking that you're going to need to dodge it. And if you have like 5-6 attacks or something, there's ways you can build that up, and you can do stupid stuff like that. So the combat system in D&D is a lot more simple, and like I said, I was trying to keep this one as simple as possible.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Yeah, Palladium can scare
This is
people.
like only my second. Well, actually, I think no, the other one was Pathfinders. So this is like my second D&D game.
Certainly proving rather entertaining. Now there's a little more to this squad.
Well, that's-
at least.
That's going to change. But
Oh,
so you get to the far end of the pool, and you're back into an incredibly dark section. So dark that your night vision isn't really working.
Would I conjure up a magic light to kind of light the place?
Yes, you can.
Right. I'd like to do so.
Both Gundark and Idrin are pretty much like going by touch. They seem to know the way that they're going, but just, not by visual, just grabbing here and there. And that's, Gundark suddenly whispers to you, beware the nomads.
Nomads.
You won't miss them.
Oh boy. Is my magic light gonna cause any trouble?
Never had to use one before, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's reassuring.
And then up ahead, You see statues of humanoids crouching on all fours. Their faces are kind of half covered in what looks like hair and half looking quite deformed. And their skin is incredibly gray and crusty.
Dang, these look rather friendly. I shudder a little as I get a good glimpse at one of them.
As you turn your light to look at it looks at you, hisses, and gets up to move away. But it's not moving like a human at all. It's kind of a three-legged stance, a half crawl, a half walk.
Uh, uh. Oh my gosh.
Well,
This is
hello there.
It's like a tri. Would you say it's like a tripod from War of the Worlds? Just like visualize it better as far as movement.
I haven't seen the new one.
Hang
Well,
on a
talk-
moment. I need to get something really quick. I'll be
Yeah.
right
No
back.
problem. I wasn't talking about the new one. I was talking about the.
I'm thinking about the 1960s one.
Oh,
So which one were you looking at?
I was thinking about the Tom Cruise one.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking, Tom Cruise.
Yeah, where they look they kind of look natural, but at the same time not really. I don't know. When I ask this stuff, I'm just trying to get a better visualization to help with the immersion. So.
Yeah, no, I'm just looking at it right now.
There it is, the famous ones. Those things were very nasty.
You know what? It's not going to bother me to have that.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't mean it was exactly like it. Just
Yeah,
kind
no,
of similar
just-
in terms of movement.
As a visual aid, yeah, that works for me.
Yeah. Yep. Just something to help me
Yeah.
understand what we're looking at better. Well, nomads indeed. Wait till Liz gets back here.
I am back.
Oh, right on.
Okay.
cue.
I've been back for a moment there. Sorry.
Oh, no worries. Just kind of getting a little visual aid here for these creatures we just saw.
As you're moving along, there seem to be more and more of them around.
Oh my gosh, you guys weren't kidding about not missing these things. Goodness.
Idrin suddenly turns around, puts his finger to his lips, and goes, "Shh." And you hear the sound of something falling from the roof and hitting the ground.
Oh.
And it's glowing.
Oh.
It's a little gold ring. And the nomads all try to scuttle away from it as fast as they can.
Gold ring. What do you think, Tenacity? Should we check that out?
I don't know. I don't feel comfortable looking at strange jewelry.
First time a woman's ever said that to me. Anyway,
It's
man.
strange that there's a strange. Yeah, it fell from the ceiling. I don't think we can trust it.
Well, I think I'd like. Is this some? Can I roll perception to see if I can figure out more about it, or should I just whip it? Should I just go physically up to it? I don't know how that works.
see, for spellcraft, you would have to physically pick it up and examine it because it's not like you're looking at big runes being written on a wall. You'd have to pick it up and read the inscription and stuff like that.
Sure.
Gundark says, "If you're afraid of it, I'll have it."
Huh. Well, actually, I'd like to go have a look at it too. I can. How far away from Us didn't fall, actually.
Kind of right in the middle of you all.
Oh. What exactly is this thing, then? I crouch down and reach to pick up the ring.
You pick it up.
So, let's see. I'd like to run a spell check on this thing.
Okay. Right as you pick it up, the light from it shines a little further, and the nomads hiss and all move away from you.
Oh. This thing is like some sort of lantern. A small lantern in this ring. I moved the light around a little bit to see what it does to the area. I point the light around us a little.
It does help you see a little bit better.
Well, maybe this could help us move around a little bit. Maybe I'll just hang on to it for now.
Gundark says,
All right.
Gundark says, would you like to store that in my bag?
Um, honestly, I think the light could really kind of help us here. So I think I'd like to just put it on my finger for now. Appreciate the offer, though.
Don't you already have a ring?
Wait, do I? First
I
time
don't
actually.
think it does.
I don't have anything listed here for my equipment either, as far as rings.
Maybe I'm making that up in my own mind. Okay, so yeah, you can wear it. No problem. Just there's a limit. You can only have one ring per hand. You know, D&D
That's
doesn't
good to know.
D&D doesn't allow you to be Thanos. So
Okay, that's fine. That's actually easier to keep track of anyway.
Yeah.
So I'll just
but you can have like 1,000 in your backpack if you want. You know, in combat, way to have the perfect ring and dig for it.
okay. I'll just
It's-
put it on my right hand.
It's not optimizing your combat. It's just something you can do.
Sure.
That might be fun to roleplay, but
Yeah, especially if the character's a klepto or something. Oh boy.
oh, you mean Gundark? Oh, you mean Gundark?
Oh.
I'm thinking of that one of those characters from Centaur World. She was a klepto. You guys probably have never seen Centaur World, but I love
I know
that
you-
show.
I know you've talked to me about it before. I never got to see it, but
Yeah. Well, the second season was bad, so not really worth getting into. I
Okay.
was so sad that the second season was so bad. I love the
Okay.
first season. Anyways.
okay. So
And
I
so the rest of the way through the tunnel is pretty uneventful since you do have. Wow, I have completely. Those are useless notes. Anyway. If you saw me here, I just literally ripped them out of my book and threw them into the garbage bin.
nice shot.
I used to work somewhere where like we had paper all over the place and like we had this big giant garbage bag in the middle, so nobody got up from their desk. Everybody just threw their crap. So you get very good after working there a couple of years.
No kidding. All right.
Cool.
You emerge from the tunnel, look around, and see that you're pretty close to Fayetteville.
Oh. Not too far off from where we need to be, huh?
No. As a matter of fact, you see somebody running towards you.
Who approaches?
You recognize it as Loretta. You know, Maurice's girlfriend that he was hoping to wed.
Wait, aren't you?
Well, you don't have a chance because behind there's a big town mob.
Oh no!
And they're,
Oh.
they're screaming things like, "Kill the witch! Burn her!"
Oh boy. Oh dear. What's happening here?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. Maurice ran away and the tree was cut down and I don't know anything more.
The tree was cut down already? Oh dear.
Anyways, the townspeople are getting uncomfortably close.
figure out what to do here.
Wait, why are you running? Why are you running?
Why are you running?
Stop running. We only want to kill you.
Uh,
Can anyone tell me what's going on?
dude. What can we do here? Probably.
She does run to you because she recognizes you, and she's obviously trembling in ghost white. And
Yeah.
the town doesn't. The town doesn't really want to mess with you because, they recognize some of you.
Okay.
All right.
But
how,
they have many colorful ways of describing her.
would a
Hang
charisma-
on. Can someone tell me what's going on here?
Would a charisma roll kind of help as far as trying to calm this mob down?
Yep.
Is that how that works?
Yes.
Okay. So should I like to try rolling for charisma, I guess.
Yep. Roll.
It's 1d20, right?
Yep. 1d20.
My charisma's 12, so I have to be 12 or lower.
12 or lower.
Darn it.
You give an impassionate speech, but for some reason they keep getting angrier and angrier. Tenacity, you want to give that a shot?
I mean, I can try, but
You can't.
Dude, wait,
you can't.
do I have that? No, that was the other thing. I don't have that booming voice, right? I think that was another bloodline.
Yeah.
Let me see here. So that would be charisma.
Charisma, yes.
Yeah. I added some intimidation. What would that be added to?
That would be added to your charisma.
Okay, so that would be charisma too. All right. Well, I just kind of bang on my shield and stuff and try to get them to calm down, I guess.
Roll it.
Okay. D20 or?
Yep.
Okay. Da, 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 da. Oh.
Oh, if you had failed that, I was going to make a joke about, stop rolling so high. But okay, so you're banging on the shield, gets them to calm down, and they form up with their torches and pitchforks and white robes. Wait, no white robes.
Oh, God. White robes don't chase witches, though.
No, they don't. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe they do. I've never been to one of those meetings.
Yeah, I would hope
I
not.
hope to never.
Did you know they have
No.
membership cards?
Oh, they do?
Yeah, so
I
there's
can't be too surprised at that, honestly.
one of my favorite comedians is Jewish. Big surprise, and
Huh.
I can say that I'm Jewish, but
Okay.
but he was trying to do a set, and basically his entire thing is politics and religion and gender,
Sure.
and he makes fun of it. Like, we're all here from the KKK. Look, here's our membership cards. He's like, okay, my entire set just went out the window. Because he can't talk about being Jewish. He knows what side of the political spectrum they're on, and he knows what way they feel about women. He's like, shit. Does anybody have a bad father? I do too.
Oh my god.
Poor
That,
man.
that must have been scary for him. But yeah, looks like Tenacity's method worked
Yes.
much better than mine.
Yeah, just her new flashy shield and her banging it with an axe is probably scarier than a gnome. No offense.
Little gnome. I know you're right about that.
Well, you weren't trying to scare them. You were just trying to calm them down.
Yeah.
Whereas, if you remember, Fayetteville was already pretty suspicious of outsiders. So here's this tiefling with what color hair again? I know it's red skin,
Purple hair
purple hair and red skin,
and
with
orange eyes.
and orange eyes, banging on an ancient weapon and a mysteriously crafted shield.
Nice.
and you're wearing patchwork clothing.
Yep.
No.
I am harmless.
Not trying to put you down, just trying to explain the situation from their perspective.
No, I know. I understand all of that. Believe me.
Sir, they're listening.
Okay.
Hang
so.
on a moment.
Yep.
She's so happy she went to pour some champagne.
Cheers. Let's see.
Sorry, I had to go get something.
Yeah, the champagne.
What?
For a
The
fight
champagne.
For a fight well fought.
Yes. For a
I
fight.
actually have an empty bottle of champagne right here.
Ah, you're ahead of us. Alright, so you calm them down.
All right, can someone tell me what is going on here?
The witch made Maurice disappear. She murdered Patrice, and she killed the old apple tree.
Patrice is dead too? What
Oh,
the
do we know that she? How do we know that she did these things?
Because of the apple tree. Nobody would cut down the apple tree.
You mean anyone in town, or
Yes, nobody in town would cut down the apple tree.
why not?
We like apples.
Okay, I understand that.
Apples are fine. Did you see
Is
anyone
that it?
else around the tree
No, it happened at night.
at night?
All right. Did anybody see her kill Patrice?
We all know the way she and Patrice used to feel about each other, and we know she's a witch.
Which
And what evidence do you have that she is a witch?
She floats in water.
water walking.
Oh God. I
I'm
knew that
curious.
was something.
When
Do you not
exactly
know-
was the tree cut down? Do you guys
Yeah,
know?
here, how about you do the talking. You do the talking now. You're the better talker.
Oh, okay.
You're the more intelligent one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
When exactly was the tree cut down?
last night.
Last night. This must have happened. Wait, last night? No, that was before the fight then.
That's correct.
Yeah. So if this happened last night, we were all elsewhere. Someone else must have come by and did it. But why would they want to cut down the tree?
Maybe you do not like
And
apples.
Maurice?
Say
No,
again.
wait. Who was the? Which one was the? Tarkarian. Remind me. Which one was the one that wanted us? Well, wanted to cut down the apple tree. Patrice or Maurice?
It was Patrice.
Okay.
I was trying to make sure I had the right name too.
I know, I could see you struggling, and I was like, I can either listen to you argue in circles, or I can just whisper. It was Patrice. Patrice with all of his jewelry and all that sort of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was him.
Yeah.
I remember the face, not the name.
Yep.
All right. Well, where? How do we know that Patrice is dead? Is there a body?
The messenger came in last night. He was left dead, naked, with nothing on him whatsoever.
Oh. And where was his body found?
All the
Has
way,
anyone set eyes on the body? Even?
not us, but his body was found just outside of town.
Outside of Fayetteville.
Yes.
Well, how do we know that the messenger is telling the truth?
What would Patrice be doing all the way out here?
We know he's telling the truth because he's my son.
Oh.
All right. Well, could you put trust in your son? But I would like to still see this body for myself.
Could you take us to his body?
We will, but we will lock the witch up in a tower.
The witch will stay with us, actually. We promise to keep an eye on her. As I nudge Loretta knowingly.
Very well. I will show you myself.
I whispered to Loretta, just stick with us. We'll make sure nothing happens to you.
You do manage to get to the body. It's late in the day and it's exactly as described. It's not far away from the town. And the poor son of a gun is lying there face down, butt naked. He's obviously been stabbed to death repeatedly.
Oh
That's-
dear. Yes,
that
well,
is
that is
gruesome.
a dead body. Yes.
Okay, so Patrice is indeed dead.
Loretta, did Maurice ever carry knives?
Well, of course, he had a sword ready to duel his brother.
All right, and you said we said Maurice was missing.
Loretta says, I could not find him myself. I woke up this morning and he had gone.
When was the last time you-
How big was this sword? Would it be about as big as these stab wounds?
I do not know. I have never measured it.
Well, okay, but
This conversation could go bad so so quickly.
Oh, curse our juvenile minds.
Look, if we were 90 years old in an old folks' home, we would still make these jokes. So,
When 900 years old you reach, look as good you will not.
but laugh at these jokes, you will.
Yeah.
Exactly. But here,
Well,
let's look and see. Look at these stab wounds to see if they look like they were made with a sword or if they were made with some kind of dagger.
Would this
What do,
require
what do
a
they
perce-
look like?
Would this require a perception check?
This would really be an investigation. Just roll against your intelligences for now,
Okay.
because I'm gonna be honest. There's not really a lot of clues.
Okay.
Okay, so is that a 20?
Even at a 20, you're not going to get a lot of clues. It's a dead.
Sure.
It's a dead body.
Well, I would just want to
Yeah.
look at the stab wounds just to look at the size of the stab wounds.
Yeah.
I know. I'm trying to think, like, roughly about dagger sized,
Okay.
or
So-
maybe a really big steak knife.
Oh,
Hmm.
you know what I just thought about? Well, I guess that really depends on. This question actually kind of depends on the limitations of my robe.
hmm
Would I be able to make a simple dagger from one of the pouches, or is that too big?
I think you already did pull a dagger out from your pouch, so yes. Where did I write that down? I had all these written down because
The only note I have here is the fish bait that I used back in the fishing session. But I think I did use it one
The
other time.
cursed
didn't I?
fishing session.
yeah,
I have a note about the fish bait here, but I guess I must have used the dagger in a previous one. Oh, you know what? Maybe I used it to cut something. Oh well, I'll make a note here now then. But yeah, so you're saying a dagger? I could actually use one of the pouches to just pull
You know
out a
what?
simple dagger.
you've used good berries, you've had nails, and you've used a knife.
A knife. Oh, that's right, the berries. I'll make a note of that here too. So a dagger / knife, fish bait, good berries.
Not good berries so much, but just berries.
Okay. Berries it is. Cool. Have that
But
noted.
but Idrin gave you some good berries earlier, so you have both.
So berries and oh yeah, and I still have
And
the
nails.
good berry. Oh yes, nails as well.
Not the wrestler.
Hammer a nail, hammer a nail. All right, so
I don't know anything about wrestling at all.
Well, with a name like Nails, what kind of a person do you think he was?
Like Wolverine with claws? Like with Wolverine claws or something?
Actually, no. He was the guy that tried to beat Vince McMahon, the owner of the WWE, up because he wanted a bigger paycheck.
Oh,
Yeah,
Dear,
that didn't go well for him,
I would think so.
especially when
man.
The Undertaker was in his prime and was defending Vince McMahon.
Shoot. This is the Undertaker's heyday.
Mhm.
Goodness.
Yeah.
I just know that there's this guy on Reddit that always brings up the time the Undertaker like fell into a table or something.
Oof.
No, maybe he's talking about the steel or the Hell in a Cell match where Undertaker threw
Yeah.
Mankind off, and Mankind, believe it or not, that was planned.
Oh man.
Oh.
He took that bump, but what happened is because they'd only used the Hell in a Cell once or twice before, and the Undertaker's a big guy and Mankind isn't skinny. The mesh on the cage, because they were on top of it fighting, because it's a good spectacle for the crowd, it gave way. Mankind fell to the
Oh.
ring, and from that point, he says he has no memory of the match.
Oh, man.
He watches it. He's like, I did what? And like, there's another 15, 20 minutes left to the match, and like the Undertaker would be like hitting him gently, like, "Are you okay?" He's like, "Hit me again, hit me again." I don't remember this.
Oh, boy. Man. I'll have to see about that match sometime, or at least some.
Yep. Undertaker versus Mankind, Hell in a Cell. Like I said, he remembers the
Yeah,
first
somebody
first part.
keeps bringing that up on Reddit. It's always as a joke, like a Rickroll or something.
Oh,
Oh, my goodness.
remember
That's
the throw to the outside through the table is planned.
okay.
It's the one on the inside that's not planned, and like one of his teeth is poking out of his nose. He still doesn't know how it got there.
Oh, my
Dear.
gosh. Gruesome. So,
Anyways, looking at the person formerly known as Patrice.
Yes. We were gonna look at this, and you were going to look at and see if the stab wounds match more of a dagger or something else.
Yep. So
What are you going to do? Stab him again?
well, I was actually gonna do something equally twisted. I was just gonna see if the dagger actually fits perfectly inside one of his existing wounds since he's dead. Tarkarian's a bit weird that way.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to figure out whether I should make Tenacity roll versus her Constitution to avoid puking.
That really be a personality choice on her part.
You don't really choose to throw up or not is the problem. That's what
Well,
I want to.
I'm a barbarian. I've probably seen a lot of crazy stuff.
If,
Yeah,
if, any,
I guess that's true. Yes.
if anything, the one puking would probably be Tarkarian. I don't know.
Or Gundark, maybe Gundark.
Gundark held up with the foot fetish guy, so
You know what? I don't mind making Tarkarian a little bit eccentric here, so I'll just go ahead and have.
I can
have
tell
him
you,
stab
I can tell you, Idrin is busy doing anything else.
Okay. All right. So I just conjure up a small dagger from my pouch and I poke it into one of the wounds on his leg or something.
Looks roughly like it matches.
Yep.
Although the stab wound is a little bit wider.
Oh. It's these things are a smidge wider than what a dagger can do. Says I take the dagger.
But it
back
doesn't
out.
look like the size of a sword.
That's right, because it was done by a witch.
A witch using a blade. Well, I guess it's not unheard of, but I seriously doubt that Loretta's the culprit here. Let's see. The only one missing here is Maurice. When was the last time anyone here saw him?
Last night, he was guarding the apple tree as usual.
And after and what? So that means he must have been there when the tree was cut down, correct?
Oh, Maurice would never allow this tree to be cut down.
If he was there all the while, and it still got cut down, and there's no other body, then that just leaves what was Maurice doing all that time?
Maurice has lived in his town his whole life. He lived and loved that tree.
Hmm.
Is the fallen tree still there? Maybe we can see if there's anything around there to see if we can understand this farther. It's obvious that Patrice here is actually, well, dead, unfortunately.
Ijan
Well,
agrees with you, but
defeated.
the sun is going down. He says, perhaps this investigation will be more fruitful with more light.
You know,
Yeah, I suppose
I'll
that's
have to
true.
agree. If you'll let Loretta stay with us, we'll make sure that she doesn't do anything harmful. We can give you our word that she'll be under our care.
Very well. There's an inn in the town. You can stay there.
Thank you kindly. We'll be we'll be sure to keep looking around once the sun rises and see if we can help you guys make better sense of this whole situation. Because quite frankly, we want to know too.
So they conduct you back into the town. You do see the tree, but the light is getting low. The sun is right on the horizon, so you'd basically be poking around blind.
Yeah.
Then you get to the inn. They have a wonderful shared room for you all.
All
Oh,
right.
By the way, just kind of a side question. Maybe should I let Scales down and see if he can find a mouse for himself somewhere, or is he well fed at this point still?
Mm, he could go for something to eat.
I think yeah, my animal talking ability lasts for a whole day, right?
It's a once per day. I don't think it lasts that long, but right now I'm just saying, you know what? I'm going to hand wave it at the present time.
Okay. Scales, go ahead and look around. Go ahead and look around outside for something to eat. Don't attack the humans, but the mice will be okay. Is that all right?
Arm warm. Mouse in backpack.
That mouse is unfortunately something that we need to give. But tell you what, if you find 2 mice around here, they're all yours. That should equal this one mouse that we need to keep alive. I give Scales a little pat on my arm.
Tell birds to stay away.
Well, yes, of course.
You don't know that.
Well, I mean, but he'll stay with us.
Yep. Yeah. Hey, Tenacity, just be sure to keep Pinnacle with you for the time being, alright? Scales is still a bit weary of him as he wants to go eat.
All right.
Alright, Scales. Be sure I'll be here when you're done. Just slither over back to us when you're finished.
Okay. He buggers off and goes and catches a mouse somewhere. So you're in the room. What would you like to do?
Let's see.
So maybe we can talk to Loretta a little bit about if she heard anything that happened.
Sure.
When did you last see Maurice, Loretta?
As he does every day, he comes in and we have dinner together. And then he usually goes to check on the tree and then he comes to bed. But he never came to bed last night.
How was
Oh, I guess
How was he feeling yesterday? Was his mood was his mood all right? Is he doing good in spirits and such?
From what I could tell, it was another normal day. He was angry at his brother. He was in love with me. And now he's gone. I don't know what I'm going to do with myself.
Well, sorry to hear that, but hopefully he is unharmed. And, hopefully he was not the one that killed Patrice, but fortunately we do know how they hated each other.
He was the last person to be by the tree before it was cut, as far as we know. That's why you want to go there in the morning to see if there's anything else. But you haven't seen Maurice since then?
She says no, and I think it's best if I just go. And with that, her body disappears into little flecks of light.
Well,
Oh.
I'll be. She actually did have some magic on her after all. Oh dear.
Well, dang. What do we tell the village people?
You tell them to do the YMCA.
Yeah, I don't know what we're going to tell them now, but I guess we'll say she overpowered us. Alright.
Relax, you got a week to think about it.
Or we can just say that she's sleeping in.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
say that.
But like Mott said, we'll have 7 days to think about it.
7 days.
Oh dear, she ends up becoming like Sadako. That'd be a bit of a twist.
So you guys decide to go to sleep at some point.
Hmm.
And Scales made it back, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, Scales is perfectly fine.
Okay.
In the
Okay, and
sorry, go ahead. Ask.
I was gonna ask if Pinnacle. Well, it's night, so Pinnacle probably wouldn't want to go out, right?
Yeah. Stormbind.
Okay.
Stormbind is out there and will be generous enough to bring back a second mouse.
All right.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. That whole dynamic.
So
Good stuff, though.
you fall asleep, and you both have the same dream. There's a dream of a field of bright stars, and one falls right into your hands. Right then, it explodes into a bright white light, and you suddenly wake up. And both of you hear strange chanting.
Oh no. Uh-oh.
I
What
look
is
around
that?
nervously. Do you hear that too, Tenacity?
Indeed I do. What is that?
What are they saying?
It's not they, it's what is it saying.
It.
Yes.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
Um,
What does it say?
you don't know the language, but you remember it as one of the truly ancient languages.
This is.
Dear.
I've studied about this language in ancient history back at the academy, but it's still so indecipherable.
As you guys are talking, it suddenly stops.
Oh,
But it was
Hello?
definitely from inside the room.
hello? I get up.
Turn on the light. Turn on the light. Get your rig out or something.
Gundark?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Gundark and Idrin are asleep still.
Yeah, I'm talking to the Tarkarian.
Yeah. No, I'm just making sure you know that they're asleep.
Okay. Good idea.
No.
So I tap my ring on I tap my ring and try to get it to ignite.
You're looking around, there doesn't seem to be anything there. But what surprises you, do you remember the old knight that you helped set the fire in the forest?
Oh yeah, that dude.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, he's suddenly in front of you.
Oh,
Oh.
hello again.
It's you. I haven't seen
Danger
you.
is in your midst. Be warned, your journey will be long and arduous.
All right.
Warned? What's coming our way?
Nothing is coming. It's here.
Oh dear.
It's
Well,
already.
thank you for the warning, but where is this danger?
I've said all that I can. Farewell. And then
Wait.
he disappears again into nothingness.
Oh, wait, please, we need to. Oh,
Well, that was helpful.
oh man. I'm really worried about going out tomorrow. If it's already here, then I have a feeling we're about to figure out just what the real situation is very soon.
It would seem so. Do you wanna keep watch?
Well, we're already awake anyway, aren't we? Might as well just have a set of eyes around the place.
Alright.
Hopefully it's
What
not too much.
do you wanna take the first watch or shall I?
I know you did a good bit of the fighting back there. I'll take the first watch.
Alright. I will go back to sleep then. Wake me when it's about halfway through, I suppose. Halfway until morning.
Very well. Or if anything happens.
Yes, of course.
Okay, and I think we're going to cut it about there.
Okay. It's a good stopping point.
Mostly because, okay, what do you guys think you're going to do next? Are you going to deliver the mouse or are you going to go after Maurice? Just to give me a little more
I mean,
concentrated
I was
time.
thinking about going Maurice because we don't really have that much of a time limit on the mouse.
Yep.
Plus we're already in town and we started this thing anyway, so I kind of want to see where it goes.
Yeah. That's what I was figuring because I didn't want to drag you guys back down to the other town to resolve all this and you'd have to go back a couple times and the plot's changed dramatically since we started.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the addition of a new pet here from a supposedly temporary spell, which I'm not complaining about because I'm already starting to like scales.
I'm liking it
Gets
too
a
because
pet.
y'all have pets
You
now.
get a pet.
Oh, sorry.
You get a pet. Everybody gets a pet.
Not Gundark. Nobody likes him.
Well, to be honest, I think my own visualization kind of endeared me to my snake summon already, because I'm just imagining that small little thing just slithering on the ground while everyone else around us is rushing.
There's going to be a lot of fun with that.
Yeah.
And
So,
now,
I guess
I have 7
guess
days
that-
to solve this mystery.
Okay.
You don't even know that.
That was a hook. Look, there was every chance you were going to say, they're dead, who cares?
Exactly.
But now it's a mystery. I'm like, okay, I can work that in. That's why I let the time frame on the mouse be kind of indefinite.
Sure.
Yeah.
Plus, we already did have the quest with those two brothers, and now they're both. Well, one of them's dead. So
Hmm.
now we're even more curious.
Well, I'm not even sure whether the other one's dead yet.
Oh yeah.
Depends on my mood.
Exactly.
It depends on your mood.
So I guess
Maurice better hope that I'm in a good mood.
fair.